Computer. Okay. So this is something that has come up before and I always just ignore it and I'm like, it just works. But I feel like it's time for me to understand. So I was reviewing this MR today and this rake task requires that GitLab simulate SAS environment variable is truthy, which I have it set in my local GDK config. Like I have it set up in the n.runit file,
Yeah.
runit. Um, but it's not recognized when I run a rake task. But like I am like running in SAS mode. So what is that about? And like, how does environment variable stuff work? So we have docs on it. Like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So what does is truthy mean in this context? Like
It
Ruby truthy?
evaluates to not false or nil.
Yeah, I have it set
Because like
to
all mvars are strings, like 100% always.
yes. Well, so here's an example. I usually use Foreman. I think this is part of the reason why I don't understand how this works because I've usually used Foreman in the past to pick up environment or .env is another library I've used.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I was handle with. Yeah.
okay, and I don't think we use that. So like if I say like what is this environment variable? This guy. Oops. That's gonna be null. But then if I do like export and do this again, I believe it still will not pick it up. Oh, interesting. It does.
I would
Um,
have been surprised if it didn't. Yeah.
okay. So it does, but it doesn't, I have this set via my n dot run it file. So run it. I deleted it just before this call, but
Yeah.
so export and then I would do content thing.
What's supposed to run that? Run it R unit, whatever that
It's
is a gem.
okay. It's like a Linux thing. Here we go. Uh, I found the doc. I found the history on it before. I guess. Oh, here. So we replaced Foreman with
Okay.
Unix.
So I think that's only probably going to work if you invoke via GDK command then.
So I did. Oh, okay. So when I run GDK,
So you can do GDK console or something, or GDK Rails C, can't you? So that
yeah,
might work from that context.
I think I did try that and it didn't. It did not work. Um, yeah. So it's null in GDK
Mm.
Rails. So it's like I've run into this before because the real issue is just like um I just think there's like this mysterious element sometimes where it's like set this environment variable to do this thing locally and then you set it and everything works, but like how do you verify it? And even um like because this GitLab simulate com uh looks for that and like that will return false here or nil.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if it's possible to run a console that's like aware of environment variables that are set because it seems like the features that are only available on GitLab.com are working for me locally. So the environment variable setting is working, but there's just this missing piece where I'm not able to run a console or invoke a rake task and have those get picked up.
You
Um,
could export, do that export.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it. I put that in my shell init script, the export command, and then I always have it.
Mm. Is that what
So
you do?
is that run it file like committed into the GitLab
It's
repo?
it is not. It's a get
Right.
ignored.
So just looking at the docs for run it, it's an init
Unit.
process, which is the parent of all processes on a Unix system. So it's supposed to be the first process that kind of starts up when your system boots.
Okay.
So if we're using it with GDK, we must be doing something. I've just tried to run it locally and it just says run it must be run as process number 1. So
Okay.
so I'd be interested to see like how are we using it?
Yeah. I guess I can just search in CDK. Okay, here we go. This seems right. Is this the same thing? Control run it service.
Or something about generate run env or something. No, generate run env.
There's a
Generate
proc
run Ah. And there is there's a proc file.
but it says that's deprecated. Create run it service. Here we go. Render template, write executable file. So what does that do?
Let's find it. Okay, there we go. Write file to the path.
Okay, so
So and that the run path. Okay. What is SV
CD.
dir? Where's SV dir? Oh, GDK root join SV service name.
Okay, so there should be a folder called SV in which
Okay.
there is not in mine.
I have one.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking in the wrong folder. Yep.
Okay.
So I think the reason it probably doesn't work with the GDK Rails console is because that is not a background process, right? So this is all of these SV things here, Rails web,
Mm,
run Redis, they're all stuff that run as a service in the background when you GDK start.
mm-hmm.
So GDK Rails console is not going to be using that same mechanism because it's foreground. It's
Okay.
just going to invoke. So it's not going to go via run it, basically.
And would there be any way to make it pick that up? Because I feel like that's, at least in my experience, like the reason I've used sort of things like Foreman and .env is so that in a console I have access to my environment variables.
Yeah.
Like this comes
Like,
up to like if you want to make like save like sensitive values or something, right? You just throw them in an N file and then you're like, oh, I'll play around with it in the console. Um,
yeah. Um, like the thing with the .env file is that that's usually read by Rails via a Ruby library. There's like a .env Ruby library.
yeah.
So you would kind of need the equivalent probably for the run it file.
Mm.
I thought there was a shell integration with .env that would load it when you change into the directory. Or maybe I'm just remembering it with something else.
I don't know.
I've not seen that, but it wouldn't surprise me
Or
if
it's
there
like
was.
similar to how what's that? Those Ruby version management services work, where you have a file when you switch into when you cd into the directory,
Oh,
they check the config file and switch your Ruby version. I think it was the same way with .env somehow,
Oh,
or maybe a different env manager.
okay. Well, I guess it's good to know. I mean, yeah, I don't think we can implement that now. I think it's good to know a little bit more about this, and maybe the short-term thing is just to write down in here that, like, in a console, anything, because this is like how we recommend setting up, for example, a SaaS instance. But then it's good to know that, like, if you are doing that, it will work in your GDK Rails. But if you open a console, unless you like actually just export it, this
Yeah.
env.run, it won't show up in a console, because it always trips me up every time. I'm like, oh yeah, this thing.
If you have a look in
Just
sv/rails web/run
Mm-hmm.
in your GDK, you can actually see how that works. It just sources the file. And I
Okay.
would imagine
Should I
that
open
all
it?
of, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it gonna have let me stop sharing for a second. I think I have. Let me just see if I have some secrets in here. Oh no, I don't. Let me just go. I just have a few uh secrets in there. I can reshare again.
Ah,
Like some big secrets in there. Huge secrets. Okay. Quit you.
yeah. So line 18, you can see that
Mm.
just includes that file in.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's interesting that this just does some exports here.
Yeah, doesn't need to probably. I mean, it doesn't need to export.
Yeah.
Probably just. Oh, actually, does the env.run it have export and does it? Do you have export as like a prefix on all of the ones in your env.run it file as
No. Oh, I do. I
well?
do. I do. Sorry, I do. Do.
No, you do.
I do. Yeah. Um.
Because it's going exactly.
Oh, your Wi-Fi is a little choppy, I think, Malcolm. I missed what you just said.
Anyway, uh, oh,
You're roboting.
I think
Oh. Oh no.
mumbling.
First. Um. Okay. Okay. We can move on from this topic. That was good. That was helpful. Like, it's not a solution necessarily, but at least an understanding.
Yeah.
A note, Jesse.
Export it. Just export it.
Yeah. And and bar issue with console. Okay, I give myself a to do. How do I do this?
You
Just
know,
add
what's
myself.
really fun is if you change the bullet style to check mark, then you can do this way easier.
What? This
Change the bullet style.
the check mark.
Check marks, yes. And
Okay.
now you have that, see that thing in front of there? Amazing, isn't it? And then it even shows up in your Gmail as tasks.
Okay, wait. So now, oh, just open my Gmail as a task. I don't think I used that integration.
Yeah, but yeah,
Cool. I like that. So easy. So
yeah, it's pretty
easy.
neat.
Okay, do you want to, are you interested in either of these things?
Let's see, what do we have?
Malcolm. I just added some random things. One of them was that active record bug that Malcolm figured out, which I reported to Rails, and they were like, please give a reproduction. I was like, okay.
It wasn't an active record bug, I don't think, was it, that one?
It's an active record bug in as much as it's unexpected behavior. Like my understanding is that what Malcolm figured out is that at the time we have a counter cache on this object, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we add new nodes to an issue, we want to, or something, is it notes? I guess so. A word emoji. We want to count the number of a word emoji on something. And in the process of updating it counter cache, we we silently like just don't save the note at all.
So the like root cause of this, maybe I didn't write it into the issue, but I thought I did.
I think you did.
Um,
An after save callback.
expire cache, which is an after save callback.
Yep.
And yeah, what else was written on there?
So issue note size goes from 1 to 0.
Right, it's the reload from the self.lock. So that was the problem. So if you look a little bit higher above, so the cause of the notes disappearing is the reload on issue, which is called indirectly from self.lock.
Self.lock.
So update votes count calls self.lock, and self.lock, like active record lock, calls reload.
Okay. Why would we call lock here?
I don't know. That's like a pessimistic row lock, I think.
Mhm.
Maybe blame it.
Okay. Wow, I wish I could just do blame in the gutter there, but instead I have to go to the top. Line 681. Who are we to blame? For what reason? It's thinking so hard. Issue RP's big,
Yes.
but also
Irresponsibly big.
I can look at it locally. Let's see. Oh, that's
Oh
good.
dear.
There is an ongoing incident that's affecting just the GitLab repo that this might be.
Okay.
Yeah,
why.
I think
That
it
might
was
explain
about,
it.
it was specifically about blame as well, I think was being talked about.
Yeah, I was having issues. There we go. Lee. Okay. This was added.
Where's the
If I can
lock?
find lock. Where's the lock? Where's the lock?
Is that the right blame?
I think so. You see. It was 6-8. Oh,
There.
there. No, you're right. Ah, okay. Wait, why?
Somehow scroll down a bit.
Yeah, why did it do
What?
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, that was right.
It was
Okay,
all the way at the top. It was yeah,
here.
there.
So should I just start at the top here and look at
What's the commit message?
my message? Add sort by popularity to issue.
Okay. Seems
Go
they
see
would.
unrelated.
Go see the MR. See if there's
I
a comment
know
on that.
exactly. That's always isn't that always the key? Gosh. Okay, let's see if I can just go to a commit. This is a commit. Let's go to this commit and see if I can navigate. I'm curious, how would you all do this? You would
Should be
go.
it.
I've actually got a script for this now.
You do?
Yeah, just because I got so fed up with doing exactly what you just did, I just go like GL commit.
Oh my gosh.
And
Is
then
that
it
not part
opens.
of the GitLab CLI? The GLab CLI?
Maybe it is. I haven't actually looked at that yet. Truth be told.
Okay, here's the MR. This MR has ability to sort issues by popularity. So that's why we added a counter cache. That makes a lot of sense. Let's expand all threads. And think super hard. Okay. Issue RB. Nobody commented on this. They just accepted it.
Mm.
Unless the comment is here. You know, sometimes the comments go on this page.
Yeah, I hate that.
I hate it so
Sometimes
much.
there's code related changes, but they're only
Oh,
on this page,
here
not
we
in the
go.
code.
Boom. Always can rely on Adam to know the good stuff. Transaction 1 queries the upvote count.
Yep, that makes perfect sense.
That's great. So I guess I don't know if it's a bug in terms of Malcolm, your previous question about is this an ActiveRecord bug or not? But in general, I wouldn't expect there to be a condition where I try to save something and it just like doesn't save and it's completely silently disappears.
Yeah, that's the behavior. I mean, we'd have to look in ActiveRecord lock to see why it does the reload in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that's probably debatable whether that's a bug or not, or whether that's expected behavior.
Okay.
Why would you want to reload the object if you call lock on it?
Why would you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine the reason.
Where do you think we should look at the definition of lock in GitHub? Do you want to open up the gem? What do you think?
Either of those. Probably send you the link to GitHub. What about now? In the chat. Oh, you got it ready.
Is it pessimist? Is it
Yeah,
which lock?
pessimistic.
Line 69. Nice.
So there's line 80 is the reload.
Hmm. And now,
Reloads the record to obtain the requested lock. Pass an SQL locking clause to append the end of the select statement or pass true before update.
Seems like a way that SQL just works.
locked record. When Sam, when you say that's how SQL works, like you mean it needs to reload in order to
Like we
have a
need to
lock?
tell it somehow to lock that row, and
Uh-huh.
we can't just point it at anything. We need to actually, select it from the database to lock it. So that's
the most common way to do a row lock is you say select for update, blah, blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
But why is a reload? I guess I don't really know what's happening in SQL land when you do a reload in Rails. Is it doing a select statement?
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
selecting it again. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, would you expect that locking something reloads it? Because basically, I mean, the reason I'm thinking about this is It's possible there are other places in the GitLab code base where we're calling lock,
Yeah.
and that's not reloading, and it causes like transient bugs that it would be really hard to track down because there's no error raised or anything. It's just like, oops, the relation's gone. Like anything that was
There,
attached to that record is gone because it's not saved yet.
yeah, it does try to check if it has changes to save and then
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
let you
interesting.
lock there
That's
on
But
line
that's
interesting.
71.
but that's on the record itself. This is a
Might
child
be, yeah.
relation.
I'm
Maybe,
not sure what has changes to save means.
yeah, we can look at it right
Not sure how
here.
deep that goes.
Mutations from database.
Any changes?
Um,
Mutation tracker. Not sure if that goes deep into related objects or not.
Wasn't the issue here, Jesse, that like the record you were saving had a foreign key on it, and that was disappearing, or was it something? Oh no, it was a collection, wasn't it?
it was a collection. I'm trying to remember what it happened. Um, when so it used to be that in import land, when you saved a parent record and its children, if there was like one child, it would just save them at the same time. Like it would just be like, oh, we'll just add this child and like save them at the same time, and they would rely on autosave associations to just save the child. So it's like you say, hey, this note on an issue has one emoji. When the note gets saved, the emoji gets saved. But what was happening is that the note was never being saved
Yeah.
because the issue had an emoji. I'm trying to remember. Anyways, it all works out if you don't rely on autosave. So if you just say save the note, save the like save issue, save note, save emoji as different processes explicitly, it all works. But the autosave association way was failing. So we changed it so that now they're all saved separately, even if there's just one. But I was just wondering if there's anywhere else in our code base where we kind of assume that autosave association works on a child record, and it's not because we're locking the parent. Um, so yeah, I guess this is it. So if we create an issue and then in there I build a note
Right.
and
So
that note has an award emoji and then I save it, the issue is saved, the award emoji is saved, but the note is not saved
the
because
problem there is that I reckon because the notes belong to the issue.
Mhm,
So the foreign key is on the note table.
mhm.
So there's no database changes here for the issue, right?
Exactly. It's another object. Mhm,
So when that reload happens, it goes, okay, are there any database changes to happen here? No. And then it reloads the issue, but in the time that it does that, then it clears out that collection again
mhm.
of notes,
Exactly. It
and you
clears out
lose
any
the.
other. Mhm.
That's tricky. I don't know if that would be considered a bug with ActiveRecord or not. I guess it's something we could probably write a Rails, one of those like self-contained Rails tests. I love those things.
Yes, that's what they want me to do. That's what they
Yeah,
asked. They're like, "Can you do this?" And I was like,
yeah.
I can.
I mean, we could try and do that
Yeah,
if
I
you
would love
want to.
to. I would love to because I think at the very least it just would be a learning exercise for me, and I bet other people have had this issue before too, because it's very hard to track down, as you saw. Like we tried, and it's only through Malcolm's genius to be able to find it. Thank you, Malcolm. Okay, so this
The
would be
king of
for
bug.
bug. Thank you, bug. So this would be for active record issues, not for testing active record migration issues, right?
Just active record, I think.
And then gem versus main. What's that?
Don't know.
A main is a file, and then gem. I don't know. I don't know why these are different. Update gem bug report. I think it's just we just want main. I think. Let's put these split screen. I can't see the difference between them.
That is using SQLite 3 as well, so we better just hope that it still works. Still fails on
Probably.
SQLite 3.
Yeah.
I think we can do that, and we can then probably even do it with this model they've got here, right? Post has many
Yep.
comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what I should do is copy this and just create a file locally that we
Yeah.
can do SMG. Okay.
And then I think you should be able to just run that with Ruby.
Yeah.
And it does that
Oh,
magical.
that's not what I thought it was going to be. I guess this is it. So if I just right now, this is just the raw version. If I just do Ruby this.
Yeah. So it now goes and gets everything it needs bundled to run that test.
Oh, there's a test in here. I didn't even notice that. Bug test. Oh, cool. Test association stuff.
Mini test, Sam.
Many tests,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So happy. Best day ever.
Yeah.
So cute. I love how this little file downloads so much stuff.
Oh, I didn't know.
What? Okay.
What crashed? Global ID?
It just
Oh.
wants bundle exec. I have a different version of that already. 041.
That's kind of weird because that I feel like that bundler inline should just ignore your local stuff, but maybe try.
I'm just gonna. Well, hold on. Where was the bundle in line?
Right near the top.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
line 3.
3.
So that basically reads the gem file directly from the.
Hmm.
That's kind of weird. Might be
I'm
ASDF doing weird stuff.
I'm just gonna do activated timeout. Let's see. Why? Okay. Requires timeout.
Do you
Can I
want to
just do?
maybe just do it in a different folder
Do it
somewhere?
in a
Yeah.
new directory. Yeah.
Yes. Copy. Stop. Silly me. Oh. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to update these models so that post has a counter cache for the number of comments. Oh no, we need to add a third model.
I don't think we need anything that complicated. I think so. The problem here is like if we build one, if we build so what have we got? So if we build a post with a single comment already, why is it still not working?
A different issue. I think this will work. I just manually updated it. Sorry, go on. Did we build a single post?
So I think we need to build a post and then build a comment. And put the comment onto the post.
Mm-hmm.
Is the autosave stuff like factory bot or is it ActiveRecord?
It's ActiveRecord.
Record.
It's ActiveRecord. Yeah, it's an ActiveRecord thing. And like there's a lot of weird specific stuff around it, but basically good. Autosave. Any child record should be autosaved when its parent is saved if it's just been built up.
Yeah, so maybe if we just make well, in fact, it's what it's doing already, but basically do a build.
Okay, so
on both.
Okay. New.
Yeah.
New.
And then do like a, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, try that.
So that should pass. I hope that this bundling, it's passing this, right? Thinking, considering.
Thinking hard. Mm-hmm.
Like, did I catch it? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you for a couple minutes. Great. 0 errors. So that's working. The post and the comment and the post are being saved.
Can we just to like keep my OCD happy, could we reload both of those? Or reload the post at least?
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I think that's
yeah.
the test.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I think the test is good. And this is what I would expect. This is the expected behavior. Where it diverges from expected behavior is when we do something like
lock.
Basically lock. I think if we create a method on the post model called save with lock or something.
Okay.
And then calls that and then save.
And do we do it as like a before? I think we would do it as like a callback.
We probably don't even need to.
Okay. So then self.save.
I think so.
Okay. Great. That was the last test run. So now we would expect it to fail because we were, and instead of saying,
no, you're not, yeah. You didn't put a bang in the method name.
Okay. Then I won't use one.
You wrote lock without an E at the end too. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Save with Malcolm Block. Okay. Ready? Our big moment. Is it gonna fail? It's gonna think for like 5 minutes first, and then it's gonna fail. We will have proven.
It's that inline bundlers killing the test speed, I think.
It struggles with that step, doesn't it?
It's slow. Mean points for simplicity.
It's like a better way to work on this if you actually have to run this a whole bunch of times is to
there is
inline bundler go away.
It didn't fail. It did not fail. So why?
I'm just going to quickly read through the issue again. What I wrote up.
Can you show me this
Can't
spec
really
again?
remember.
Yeah. So we're calling save with lock. So because we're calling lock, we would expect that the post is being reloaded.
Can we save it first? Save the post, then.
But then the bug wouldn't show up because.
No, wait. I'm trying.
Okay,
we already have an existing issue, so there's nothing to reload right now when it does lock because it's not persisted, so it won't go down that branch. So we need to have a saved post, load that, add a comment to it, and then do save with lock.
I don't think that was the case in
Can we
Jesse's
look back in the
original
Rails
issue,
code? Because
though.
I think it goes over the.
In the
Didn't it?
Rails, but in this case, I'm building
But
an
isn't the issue already there?
Mm,
Okay.
no, I'm building it. This is back there.
Okay.
Yeah, build an issue.
Okay, I was mistaken then. But what is it? Then there's nothing to reload though then, because it's not persisted.
Well, it's happening in a callback, so I think it has already saved.
Oh, is it an after save? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Okay, so yeah,
that's
you do need
okay.
a callback then.
Or
Yeah,
save.
that's exactly right. Yeah. Now I remember.
Okay. So we do need, we do need a persisted thing then. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you said
Okay.
that ages ago, Jesse, that it needed to be a callback.
No. I mean, I didn't really know. I was just trying to think of what was happening in the original one. I knew it was callbacks are just the source of all of my
Pain.
problems.
Let's
Yeah.
put them in the bucket with shared contexts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The swear jar.
So we call save, that will call save with lock, which locks it, and we would expect that somehow is happening before the comment is being persisted and the comment will not exist, right?
I guess that's interesting actually, because when does the autosave happen? That must happen as a callback as well.
Yeah, when I was deep in this issue, I knew the answer to that question, but I don't know
Well,
now. I did.
let's try that anyway.
Okay, let's try that. See. Hold, please.
Please hold the line.
I know, holding. Have you ever done a Slack call? If you try to do a Slack hangout and you turn it on and then no one joins, it just plays like hold
Yeah.
music for you.
Yes. I've seen that.
I used to do that manually. I used to always use Kenny G. It's so good.
So it
Everybody
didn't.
loves Kenny G.
It works.
Everyone loves Kenny G. I do. So relaxing. Okay, so this is a
okay.
fail. Um,
So we've still got we need something else in our soup.
Can we look at the test output one time? It'll show us the
test
SQL, right? Yeah. Post create, comment create, transaction commit.
be wider, easier to read.
Yes. I don't see any locking.
No.
Other than it's in a transaction, but
probably not supported on SQLite.
Oh,
maybe.
it's like a no op.
That's a good question.
But I feel like it still would do the reload because the source we were looking for from ActiveRecord wasn't
see
like engine specific, was it?
Yeah, like the fourth line is a post load. I'm not sure if it's that.
I wonder if that's the reload that I asked you to put in.
Well, what if instead of load, we just call self.reload? You know, like don't even worry about it being load yet.
Yeah.
And then fire cache, let's make sure. Fire cache is an after save. And
Could you just go up again? Just see where that is.
here.
Damn. I was hoping that might be
In which?
I thought it might be defined before the belongs to. Because I think that would potentially define the order that the
Oh,
callbacks run in?
this is the child object.
Ah,
Oh, okay. So there's three objects here. There's the issue, the award emoji, and the note. So this callback is on the award emoji and it's nilling out the note. So it's the award
And if we
emoji.
turn it around, it'll nil out the award emoji. Is it like order dependent?
I don't think it's ordered. Well, maybe, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how
Oh, the
ActiveRecord.
note might not have this expired cache.
Well, also, note might be saved after. Like, I don't know how it decides which order to save the
Mm,
relations in. But I think the award emoji is saved before the note. And so the award emoji is getting saved. It does a reload on the parent, and then the parent's like, great, we're saved. I forgot about my other child.
the
yeah,
award emoji is, what's that attached to? The note or the issue?
The issue.
And the note's attached to the issue as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
can emojis be on notes as well?
They can, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
why
Okay.
but in this case, this happens for issues with an emoji. So you save the issue, it saves its own child via autosaved, its own child award emoji. That award emoji goes, I'm gonna update the counter cache of my parent issue and let everyone know that it has another vote. And
Yeah.
then the process of updating the counter cache makes the issue forget about all of its other children. So I think we do need three
Amazing. Mm.
in our test. I think we
By the
need
way,
what?
Oh, oh, okay.
SQLite does not have locking. It just locks the whole file. It does not have row level locking or table locking.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it can't actually do
Okay.
a lock.
Okay. So yeah, the problem here is it's kind of compound. So if you look back to my comment on the issue again,
mm-hmm.
the problem is that the award emoji expire cache is calling. So if you scroll up a bit, so the second paragraph there, that the award emoji is calling expire cache on the awardable,
Mm-hmm.
which is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then that is calling update votes count. Sorry, it's calling update votes count on the awardable.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's doing, so it's like the
On the
child
parent.
is, yeah,
Yeah, the child calls the
the
parent.
child's calling reload on the parent.
So I think can
So
we so what were you saying? Sorry, I cut you off.
yeah, I think we could still do it with comment, but it's kind of like we'd put an after save in comment.
Okay.
That calls reload on the post.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's what's happening.
Okay. And then so what we want to do here is say post.vote vote.new. We expect there to be one vote. But again, I don't know which order these are going to save in. Maybe it's the order in which you declare them. I don't know.
I don't know that we need the second relation, do we?
But this is an after save. Oh, sorry. This is an after save callback. So this isn't going to fire unless the comment has already been saved. But we need another child that like won't get saved.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it doesn't have to be an after save callback. It could be a before save callback or something.
Ah, so the note, that's okay. Yeah. So the note's not getting saved because of the award emoji.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's
I'm just going to go on mute because I keep
No, you're just
doing it wrong. Sorry.
no.
You can rename comment to awardable.
Oh my gosh.
Award emoji.
So a post has many votes, many comments. After a comment is saved, it goes to its parent post and it calls reload. I would expect that this vote would not save if the vote hasn't already been saved. So,
Now, we'll see in the output.
okay. Please hold for several minutes.
You Kenny G.
Where's my... I played that wrong.
Are you playing music? I can't hear it.
That's the... I didn't turn on musicians thing in Zoom. Yeah. Maybe now.
Wow.
I'm amazed there's a musicians feature in Zoom. Yeah.
We didn't create the table. I forgot about that piece. Oops. Create table. Okay.
AI would have autocorrected that. Just kidding.
Wait, you would have autocorrected that?
No, the AI, I said.
Oh, the AI. Probably. AI knows all.
Imagine if it would have just rerun it, like give you the error and then self-heal. That would be nice.
Self-heal.
Yeah. There's no table, so let me just create that table and run it again.
Have you seen those
That would be
memes
neat.
where people are making images like more and more intense?
The what?
So like people are sending what is the image generator, the AI image generator?
There's Dolly,
Dolly?
there's Midjourney.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
I can't remember which one, but oh good. Haha, guys, we did it.
It's broken. Yes.
You broke it. Yeah, people are saying I saw one that liked it was puppy. It was like show me a happy puppy, and it's like make the puppy happier, and like make the puppy happier, and then it just like explodes into a rainbow at the end. So good. That's me exploding into a rainbow. So this failed on line 54, or I guess that's just the method. It doesn't
61.
say 61.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's exactly what we thought. So the comment saves, but the vote doesn't. And
gets wiped.
It is called by lock method in ActiveRecord. So I think this is good. We have a minimal test case. Like I agree
Well,
with Malcolm.
yeah, maybe change that to lock.
But I thought Sam said that lock wouldn't work.
Not sure what it does
I
on
think
SQLite.
I think it won't do anything on the database level, but I think the ActiveRecord stuff will do the same. Because I think that code we were looking at from ActiveRecord was not database specific. I think it was the overarching.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, yeah, if it calls reload is probably the same in SQL.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This is great. Another thing I've been putting off forever. Now we solved it together. Yay!
Nice.
I mean, I think they might say it's working as designed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because I can see the rationale behind reloading the objects.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to do a select for update, it kind of makes sense for you to be getting the freshest data, because that's probably why you're locking the thing anyway, is that you don't want any race conditions from what's in the database currently.
Yeah. But I do think that call, do we still have it up? Whatever this attribute mutation tracker, I wonder if it would be so difficult to make this aware of any child attribute or child records. Like Rails somewhere knows there's a child record. That's how it saves it. So could we not account for a child record when we do this and raise, similar to if we had changed an attribute on the record itself?
I think the problem that we face here is that we're essentially we're we GitLab are doing this thing where we're saving a child record, but then we're calling a callback on the parent. Like we're doing that explicitly.
We're doing a callback.
So we're in the callback, we're calling a modifying behavior on the issue. So it's like we save the issue, which saves the child, which saves the other child, which saves the issue.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but that's like, I feel like that's just how counter caches work. Like, I think that's a pretty common pattern if you have a counter cache in the parent, right? To go and update the parent, like to do a callback on the parent when the child's saved so that it's aware that it has another child record.
I guess so. Maybe if we make this test case use counter cache so that we show like an actual valid usage.
Okay, that's a good suggestion. I can do that. We're running
We're out of
late.
time.
We're out of time. Thank you,
Shame.
everyone.
It's
That was
like they
fun.
say in Back to the
That was
Future.
Okay, thank you. Thank
All
you,
right.
ActiveRecord experts and Run It experts. That was fun. I learned something.
Run it expert. Yeah, no.
I don't think any of us are runner experts.
Or is it our unit?
Exactly. We don't even know how to say it.
I don't know. I didn't see a pronunciation guide.
I
Maybe it's
reckon
ruin it.
It could be, well, it's replacing in it.
Yeah.
So I would say run it is most likely.
Probably.
Run it. Okay.
Instead of
It's
in
like
it.
a Ruby version of init, right? Maybe, yeah.
I don't think it's Ruby.
It's not
Is
Ruby,
it
it's
not?
unit.
I don't reckon, no.
It's
I would not want the parent of all of my
that's
processes on
true.
my operating system to
What
be
was I
running Ruby.
mixing it up with? What was I mixing it up with? I thought I saw something about Ruby, but maybe.
Or is it Rooney T? Rooney T. That's what I'll start calling it. Rooney T.
It's in it, right? But is it?
Yeah, right.
This is like I need to look this up now. It won't leave me alone.
All right. I'll see you all next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Have fun. See ya.